Good afternoon. My name is Joshua Guevara and I work here at Sames Ford Motor Company. So today I'm going to be presenting the 2015 Ford Mustang GT. All new Mustang, completely redesigned for the 2015 model year. So to start off, the vehicle has gotten a new face. It's completely redesigned front end, completely redesigned body. But this vehicle has been really focused on driving dynamics. So now this vehicle is also a lot more aerodynamic. It's a lot faster, and it's overall a better vehicle than our previous generation Mustang GT. So what's most noticeable about the Ford Mustang GT, the redesign, is the front end. Now this vehicle, like as I mentioned, has been focused more on aerodynamics, a lot better drivability, and better fuel economy. So starting off with the front end, you have this barrier right here, which is almost like an oval. It's an oval barrier that's just to break through the wind better, creates less drag throughout the driving process. And then you move on to the honeycomb grille right here in the front. And then with the GT, has these signature fang-like front end. Now moving on to the bottom, over here you have what's called the front splitter. So this is also to protect the paint job with rock chips and stuff like that, road hazards, but it also does serve a purpose. It serves for creating downforce, which at higher speeds helps a lot breaking through the wind. And then you also, right over here on the side, you have what's called the aero curtains. The aero curtains on the side, they have a little opening in the pockets on the end of the bumpers. Reason being that a moving wheel creates the most drag on a vehicle. So this is designed to flow air through to the front tires, and also help cool your brakes. That way you don't have a lot of brake fade. Moving on as well, we have our completely new headlights as well, our headlight design. You have HID projector headlights, as well as your tri-bar daytime running lights as well. These are LEDs. And then on the bottom, you have your LED fog lights with your turn signals integrated with the front bumper. So being that this vehicle just has been redesigned, you can see the body lines along the hood go all the way over to the vehicle, as I mentioned before, to reduce the drag. And then on the GT model, you have the functional hood, the hood vents. These are heat extractor vents. So being that, this is a GT and it's a little bit for spirited driving, you're going to generate a lot of heat in the engine. So these are functional heat extractors to let the heat dissipate. And whenever you're driving, the air will flow through the grill and then out through the heat extractors. So back for the 2015 models, our legendary 5.0 liter V8 engine. This engine is made out of aluminum, so that is a lot lighter, it's a lot more resistant to rust, and it's an overall better material to make the engine out of, because it also is a lot cooler. So this 5 liter V8 is good for 435 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. Moving along to the side, right here you have your cold air induction box. Cold air meaning that it's being separated from the engine completely. And then right next to that you have your noise, your sound composer tube, which feeds a little bit of the engine noise through the firewall. That way you can hear it inside the cabin, just for a better overall sound of the vehicle. Now this vehicle is mated with a 6-speed automatic transmission. You have 2 options available for transmissions, which is a 6-speed automatic and a 6-speed manual transmission. And then moving along to the side, right over here in the hood, you have what's called your crumple zones. In the hood and the front fenders, these crumple zones are designed to, in the event of a front-end collision, the vehicle will actually collapse and fold itself similar to an accordion. And then also with the engine, you have your breakaway motor mounts that work with the crumple zones. The breakaway motor mounts is, in the event of a front-end collision, the motor mounts will drop and go underneath the chassis of the vehicle, thus preventing it from getting into the cabin and potentially hurting the passengers. This engine also does come with our engine fail-safe cooling system. In the event that there's loss of coolant, the cylinders will actually vary between the 8 cylinders and 4 cylinders, alternating cylinders, just to try to get you to the nearest service station and to avoid potential damage to the engine from the lack of fluid. And moving along to the side of our 2015 Mustang GT, this is wrapped in our optional 20-inch wheels, which do come with our Pirelli P0 Sport tires. And these are actually the biggest wheels that we offer in terms of the Mustang. You have to choose from all the 17-inch all the way to the 20-inch. So this would be the top of the line ones. Very, very nice, and they make for an overall better appearance on the Mustang. Now, under the tire, we have a 13.9-inch rotor with a 4-piston brake caliper. So the brakes have been upgraded all the way from our 12.9-inch rotor to a 13.9, and they are vented, so you won't be losing you won't have any brake fade due to the heat. So the main way to differentiate the GT from all the other models of the Mustang, other than the hood vents, you have your 5.0 emblem right here on the Mustang. So this is just to let you know that it is the V8 engine. This is the GT, and it is the most powerful one in our class. So moving on to the doors. For the first time, these mirrors are now on the body. Instead of being over here next to the pillar, they're on the body for the first time. So that also helps reduce drag and aerodynamics, and helps you get a little bit better fuel efficiency, and it looks a lot better. Overall, better look, and you can see throughout the A pillar a little bit better through the back end. As I mentioned before, this does come with our blind spot information system. So this system is actually new to our Mustang for 2015 model year. It hasn't been available before. So what this system does is it uses 2 sensors mounted behind each rear wheel. And what that'll do is if there's somebody in your blind spot in the adjacent lane, this will light up. It'll illuminate just to let you know that there's someone in your blind spot. And if you put your mirror, it'll also sound a chime just to let you know that there's someone there in case you didn't see them. These are also breakaway mirrors, which are foldable. So in case someone is to come and hit your mirror, as long as it's not, very, very heavy, it shouldn't break. Okay, and moving along to the side where the doors are, the interior of this door on the frame, they have what's called 2 metal intrusion beams that run through. The intrusion beams are designed to withstand a side impact from a vehicle. So they're 2 metal beams, and that in the event of an impact are designed so the door will not fold inward and potentially hurt the driver or the passenger. And on the bottom of these doors, you have also the paint guards. These also help with aerodynamics as well, but they're specifically designed to stop all the rock chips from hitting the bottom and chipping your paint. Now, with the aero curtains along the front bumper, this also helps to achieve a nice flowing design of the air so it creates less drag. Now, another new feature to our 2015 Mustang is the smart key access system. As long as you have the key on you, the vehicle, what it does is you touch the handle and it'll unlock. And to lock the door, you just put your thumb right on there and the vehicle is now locked. So that is an all new feature for the 2015 Mustang. It is the smart key access system, and it does also come with a remote start system and push button start. Moving along to the back end of our Mustang, now we do have our tri-bar LED taillights right here, which are 3-dimensional. And that is also a benefit to the drivers. You have better nighttime visibility for other drivers to see you. And they are a lot brighter, and they are reminiscent of our 1960s Mustang as well, with the same tri-bar design taillights. So moving along to the top, you have your little deck lid spoiler right here. These vehicles do come standard with a backup camera. All vehicles, even the base model, come standard with a backup camera, and it is right in here in the tailgate, and you can't even tell it's there really. It's such a clean design. So another way to distinguish between the EcoBoost Mustang and our V6 is right here, this badge right here. In between the taillights is our GT, just to let you know that this is the V8. So along to the bottom side of the bumpers, right here you have your parking sensors, which is a reverse sensing system. In the event that you're trying to back up, this also does act as a rear cross traffic alert. So when you're backing up and there's a driver headed your way, it'll alert you that the vehicle is coming from the right or coming from the left, only to prevent an accident from happening. On the bottom end of our Mustang right here, you have your reverse light right on the bottom, similar to our 1965 Mustang. So you have very, very nice styling cues that are reminiscent of the 1965 Mustang to distinguish it. And also all new on our 2015 Mustang is the tailgate release right in here. Right above your bottom license plate, there's a little release right here, which will actually allow you to open up your trunk. As long as the key's in your pocket, the vehicle can stay locked, and this will open still. And inside, this vehicle comes equipped with our Shaker Pro audio system. So with the Shaker Pro audio system, you do get your 10-inch subwoofer right here, and it comes with a total of 12 speakers. And then right on the bottom here, you have your tire inflation kit. You can get either the option of the spare tire or the tire inflation kit. This one in particular has our kit with run flat silicone, So with our 2015 Mustang, we also do have acoustic laminated glass, which comes standard on the EcoBoost Premium, the GT Base, and the GT Premium. And what the acoustic laminated window does is it helps with the noise, vibration, and harshness. So it makes it a lot quieter to ride, very smooth, and you can barely hear the exterior. Now, along with this acoustic laminated glass, we have Along with this acoustic laminated glass, we have rain sensing windshield wipers. Now, the sensor is actually right over here behind the camera. The sensor is actually right over here behind the mirror, and it just detects moisture on the windshield, and it'll activate your wipers for you without you having to touch anything at all. Moving along to the interior of our 2015 Mustang GT, this does come, since it is a premium, it does come with our leather interior. This is the ebony black leather interior, and for the first time ever on a Mustang, they are available with heated and cooled seats. Now there are 3 stages to the heated and the cooled seats. You have high, medium, and low on each setting. Now, being that this is a premium, you get our sync system right here. So this system is a Sync by Microsoft system, and what that does is it synchronizes everything that you have on your phone basically onto your car. So once you connect your phone via Bluetooth, you can stream your music wirelessly. You can also download your phone book and make calls, and even when you receive texts on the vehicle from on the phone, you can have them read to you from the system. Now, moving along over here to our gauge cluster, this vehicle does come equipped with a 4.2-inch LCD screen in the center, and that is only just to increase better visibility for the driver, so he doesn't have to take his eyes away to look at all of the features that he has available. So everything is available at the tip of your fingers right here. You have, in your gauge mode, you have your air to fuel ratio, you have your boost vacuum, your cylinder head temperature, and your inlet air temperature. So for a normal car enthusiast, this is the perfect car for you because everything that you want to monitor is already on here. So you can also monitor your oil pressure and your oil temperature. That way you can monitor if your vehicle is going to overheat or you're keeping it right. As well as with the apps there, you have also your fuel economy monitor. So it'll let you know how many miles you have until empty, how many miles you're averaging as of right now, and then you can also clear it and reset it and try to get even better fuel economy. So this vehicle, since it is the GT and it is the premium, it does also come with what's called Ford's track apps. So with the track apps were introduced back in 2011 for the Mustang GT and have only gotten better since then. So included with the track apps on our 2015 Mustang GT, we have your accelerometer, which will monitor your lateral G-force and your brake force as well. Now, it also does have an acceleration timer for 0 to 30 miles per hour, 0 to 60 miles per hour, and 0 to 100 miles per hour. Now, this is only for track use. You can also monitor your quarter of a mile and your half mile as well. You also do have what's called the line lock system. What the line lock system does, since these are for track use, you can actually, instead of having to do a burnout to warm up your tires, for those of us that do a little bit more spirited driving, now you can engage the line lock, which will lock the front brakes and let you do an even burnout with the rear tires free without having to waste any of your brakes. You also do have your driver assisted technologies, which you can monitor here on your 4.2-inch LCD screen. Now, the driver assist does come with auto engine off, which means if the vehicle has not been used in about 10 or 15 minutes, you can choose the setting between 5, 10, and 15 minutes. And the vehicle has not been moved. If the vehicle's on, it'll shut itself off and it'll alert you before it does. Only to save fuel, it's a benefit to the customer. This also does come with your blind spot monitors, which we mentioned, which we touched on outside. And it does come with a rear cross traffic alert for the parking sensors and the backup camera. So in the settings portion of our 4.2-inch LCD cluster right here, you can also look into the vehicle, which does come with the oil life monitor. The intelligent oil life monitor will let you know the percentage of your oil life. So as of right now, since this is a new vehicle, it's at 100%. Further on down the road, once you take delivery of the vehicle, of course, as with every vehicle, you're going to have your oil changed. But this vehicle will tell you exactly how much oil life you have left before you have to change it. Now, you can also monitor your remote start with from the key fob. On the system. You can also check the climate control, how you want it to be set, the seats if you would like them heated or cooled, and also the duration of the remote start, being 5, 10, or 15 minutes as well. And all new for our 2015 Mustang GT as well, with our automatic 6-speed that we have right here, is the sport mode. Now when you put the vehicle in sport mode for the first time ever on the Mustang GT, you have paddle shifters right behind the front steering wheel. So you have your pedal to shift up right here, and then you have your paddle to shift down right over here. And with the selectable gears that you have, you also do have selectable drive modes in the form of these toggle switches right here. So this switch right here, what it'll do is it'll change your steering feel. You can have between normal, sport, and comfort. So sport would be a little bit heavier, and then the comfort one would be lighter. So, and then the normal would be between the both of them. Along with that, you have the selectable drive modes. The selectable drive modes, you can choose between normal, Sport Plus, which will hold your RPMs a little bit higher and give you overall better throttle response. Or you can choose track mode, which will turn off the advanced track system that we have in place, and it'll also give you overall better throttle response. And you can also choose between snow and wet. Now, for those of you who live in a place where it rains a lot or you have trouble with snow, what the snow and wet mode will do is it'll limit the throttle response. That way you don't have a lot of wheel spin, and you won't lose any control of the vehicle. The 2015 Mustang GT also does come equipped with 8 full airbags. Now you have your driver and passenger airbag right over here, and then you have your curtain airbags right here on the seat, and then you have your headliner airbags right up top. Now, all new for the Mustang, and I think Ford is the only one utilizing this technology right now, are driver knee airbags. So there's an airbag between the glove compartment box and the back end of it, which will deploy in the event of an accident, and then you have your driver knee airbag as well. This will only protect the driver in the event of an accident, so your legs won't move around as much, and it'll limit damage that you can receive in the event of an accident. Another great feature on the Mustang is right in here in the glove box, you have an extra little storage space right there for your manual. Now, since this is a sport coupe car, you don't have too much space in the glove box, but you can keep your manual right up here. You can close that and then keep your other materials right in there in the glove box. So since the Mustang started production in 1964, has been ran consecutively all the way to 2015. This is the 50-year anniversary of the Mustang. So with all 2015 Mustangs, you will get the plate right here that says Mustang since 1964, since it has been run consecutively. And then with that, you also get the door sills that are illuminated as well, and you can change the colors of the illuminated door sills. And that'll say Mustang, and you can change the colors within the letters. This does also have what's called the interior lighting system. So with the interior lighting system, you have right here in the door handles, you have little LED lights, and you have an LED bar that also is inside. Sorry. Then you have an LED bar that is inside the cup holders, and you can also change the colors of that along with the colors of the gauges, and that would be under the category My Key. Now with the interior lighting package, this does also come with automatic headlights. Now all Mustangs will come with automatic headlights, even the base models. So this one, since it has the LED fog lights, you can choose right here in the corner whether you want the parking lights, the headlights, or the automatic lights, and then you can choose whether you want the LED lights to turn on with the headlights as well. Now, with the interior system, as I mentioned, we are in the GT Premium, so this vehicle does come with our sync system by Microsoft. So this also does come with navigation, which is one of the most advanced navigation systems on the market right now. And we also do have screen climate control. So you can control the climate that you have the buttons right here for, but you can control it on the screen as well. And this is a dual zone automatic climate control. So you can even set the temperature to be automatic. And once it gets to that set temperature is when the pattern will start to differentiate in terms of the temperature. Now, as I mentioned, this is a dual zone climate control. So if my passenger here wants to make it a little bit colder than I do, then I can have mine a little bit higher and they can set their own temperature apart from mine. So all in all, the 2015 Mustang GT has one of the most luxurious interiors in the entire market right now, has advanced engine technologies that no one else is utilizing other than our Ford products, and then we also have very, very advanced safety features and advanced technology being utilized inside the interior of the vehicle. So all in all, I'd say that the Mustang GT is the best sports car on the market right now. So thanks to the Mustang's loyal customer base, we've been one of the best selling muscle cars for the past 50 years, and hopefully we'll continue to do so within these next coming 15 years, such as our coming Mustang models, which would be the Shelby GT350, and hopefully later on down the line would be the Shelby GT500. A lot of people are generating a lot of buzz on our 2015 Mustang, and we'll only continue to get better from here. Thank you for your time today.